In the capstone, the final project is different. The goal is for you to develop a professional document and take a stake in an already established company as perhaps an IT professional and develop a project plan with the aim of advancing a new product or application. The course is designed as an independent study, where in most weeks you will not be directed to complete a certain section for grading. Rather, you are responsible for managing your work so that you have enough new material to submit for grading each week while completing the changes your instructor has offered. The project delimitations or boundaries of the work include: the required length of the project is 20 typed pages, excluding the front and reference pages, and of course appendices, tables and charts within the document, and bulleted lists. I think perhaps the hardest element of developing this capstone project is to understand the intended voice and tone of your work. You will present the document from a specific point of view towards the target audience. For this project, adopt a formal or professional approach to writing by eliminating jargon and casual words such as really, great, like, and big, for example, will go a long way to achieve this goal. All paragraphs must be at least 4 well-developed sentences. Short sentences sometimes present choppy work and a boring style, yet writing exclusively in long, involved sentences results in difficult, sometimes incomprehensible material. Varied sentence length helps readers maintain interest and understanding of your work. When involved concepts do require long sentences, each cannot exceed 40 words. Once you have completed the detailed process of evaluating the proposed business opportunity and compiled all the findings into a detailed project, you will need to create a one-page, high-level segment of the proposed business venture. This summary should be the first section of your submission after the cover sheet and before your table of contents. This summary should provide a short description of the business concept and highlight your breakthrough idea by describing the unique aspects of your product or service. The wow statement is a one-line attention-grabbing statement. A wow statement could simply be a sentence indicating why the project is important to the business industry as a whole. You will submit this section in week 7. Please take a few minutes and read the company description example provided here. Do you notice how the student described his company, Nicolo Electronics? He provided information as to his unique product offerings, discussed that he is a sole proprietor, and provided an engaging statement to attract and retain his customers.
Your project charter will include 4 sections: the project description, the statement of work, the mission statement, and your stakeholder information. Ask your instructor about the scope and the depth of your project description.
Let's get into the details of the statement of work. You should include specifications, infrastructure, and configuration of the project. The next couple of slides will give you an example, although your information will be more well-defined. The first sentence of your mission statement should be set in italics. Your mission statement is directed to your customer to underscore the purpose of your organization. Your mission should represent what the strategy or underlying business model is trying to accomplish. Consider, what are you moving to? What is your dream? What kind of difference do you want to make to the world? Or what do you want to be known for? Now you need to take an introspective look at your company stakeholders. You should provide a mini resume for the high-level roles. Consider a project leader or manager's position, information technology director, administrative assistant, or a strategy officer. You should describe the person's education and experience relative to the position. Whereas a mission statement lays out an organization's purpose and core values, operating objectives direct activities towards key performance areas. Typical operating objectives for a business include profitability, operating within a net profit, sustainability, helping to preserve, not exploit the environment, and social responsibility, acting as a good community citizen. In this example, you will see the author presented a narrative describing his objectives and outlined 5 measurable goals, such as obtain a 90% customer satisfaction rating, sell at least 1 product every month, and add 2 new products to the portfolio by the end of the 5th year.
Your implementation strategy will consist of 4 sections. First, tasks and activities. Second, procedures. Third, tools and technology. Fourth, project change control process. Go back and review your project goals and objectives to come up with these sub-steps that are your tasks and activities.
How are you going to determine the success factors of the work? You need to identify the elements that are central to the success of the project. You should describe the client's or stakeholder satisfaction. You could show that the project objectives were met on time and within budget. Or you could determine that the success of this project led to new business. Prepare a first-year actual and 5-year projected budget analysis and include expenditures of operating, maintaining, and upgrading systems and equipment. The purpose of developing a risk management plan is to show the means and methodology to identify, assess, and mitigate project risks, both known and unknown, both positive and negative, based on industry best practice standards. It is the explicit expectation that you, acting as the project leader, manager, or subject matter expert, show how you will exercise optimal skills to actively perform ongoing due diligence throughout the duration of the project and mitigate any risk and threat to the overall success. You should identify and assess project risks by adopting a qualitative and quantitative risk identification and assessment plan. A change management procedure should be developed when baseline adjustments are necessary for any critical path deliverable at the project level, sub-project level, and the task level. Identify who will perform the analysis, such as team members or subject matter experts whose roles and responsibilities are relevant to their specific knowledge areas. An overview of the risk identification and assessment process will be shown in a risk register graphic. You should complete a risk register that shows the risks, probability, impact, the owner, and mitigation plan. Define your quality management plan. Describe the optimal quality levels or standards for product deliverables. What is the documentation and control process for costs, schedule, and non-conformance issues? And how are quality tools used for control reported?
Your project completion section will consist of 2 components: acceptance and sign-off, and project closure.